Well, let's get this underway. Hello, everyone. I'm Morning to You, and I'm a prisoner to sleep deprivation. Uh, I I'm not doing well. I'm doing this impromptu chill stream because I'm honestly incredibly tired and I can't sleep at all. So my hope is that by playing a game, I can somehow get it through my head that I can stay up all day and eventually get back to sleep. So I'm gonna be playing, in my opinion, one of the most calming games I own. And my dog's with me, asleep on the floor, as she usually is. So, I'm just. I'm not even sure what's causing my sleep problems. Hopefully, this will help. Now, I'm gonna play solo. Save file. I have none. I guess there's one here. Game type is cleanup, not speed run. Let's look. Medium, an hour to 30 minutes. Well, an hour and 30. Hour and 30. Hour 30. 1 hour. Oh, yeah, I have played the game before, and I mostly wanted to have something that I knew that would be enjoyable. 3 hours. I'm looking for more of a small map, honestly. Backwater chemical refinery, small length, 1 hour. Caduceus. Isn't that the hospital from the what are the games called? The Trauma Center games? Core sample, 3 hours. Overgrowth, that seems like my cup of tea. Uprising. Is that the Belko experiment? Or from the look of robots, I guess. The VR Office game. I can't remember what it's called. I'm not in my right mind to remember anything. Incubation emergency. Maybe alien. Actually, that definitely looks like aliens. Gravity drive. Oh, that looks like Event Horizon, I think. Hydroponic Hell. That looks like a vault. That is just a vault. Revolutionary robotics. Oh, they're huge. Heavy metal mining and excavation installation. Cryogenesis. Evil science. Save us. I'd assume that's Dead Space. That's the closest I could think of it. Just with the blood writing on the wall and the miscellaneous limbs on the floor. Zero G therapy, which is a legacy, small, average length, 1 hour. Section 8, 45 minutes, legacy. Okay. Ventilation and maintenance area. Now that looks like Dead Space. Rust Station East, abandoned industrial basement. Splatter Station. Administration Access Hall. I think the Unrefinery is going to be a good one to start out with. Game rules. Disable snipper. Time limit. I don't want a time limit. Footprint limit. Sure. Let's start work. Okay. Oh, cool. 24. I Occupation, junior executive janitor. Brief, the somewhat dilapidated oil refinery, as you know, was victim to a recent incident. Unknown mantis entities appear to have invaded from below the surface where they were disturbed by facility operations. They have almost certainly all been terminated by this point. Surely. As always, company protocols stipulate that you should operate efficiently and with discretion in carrying out your custodial duties. Work safe, work smart, work hard. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ah, cool. Let me just get a quick toning down of stuff, maybe a 28. Oh, that is so much better. I turned off head bobbing as well just to save myself the sudden sickness. I actually get motion sick. And I wouldn't say easily, it's more if the circumstances say I should. Fun. Okay, there's where we clock out and deposit stuff. There's our room. Not sure what to do with those metal plates, but let's start by picking up as much. Oh god, they really did a number on this place, didn't they? Well, let's get that open and grab ourselves many bullet casings. I don't care about how much blood and viscera I'm going to be dragging with me, because honestly, to me, I don't think I'm worried. Hopefully that doesn't get muted. I'm not sure how much of viscera's sound rack, like from the music box, is free to use for streams and such. I mean, then again, music for streams is weird. Like, okay, the iconic song at the start of, or that opens Skyrim, that is something Bethesda will hold close and never let anyone have access to until somebody dies. Oh, fun, they come in segments. I mean, I knew that from one of them, but still. Okay, so, that's barrels because of that. Oh, cool. So we're being told to search the plumbing, supposedly for something alive. I don't know what the hell is going on, but this sucks. Do they think I enjoy crawling around in horribly greasy pipes covered in God only knows what? I just hope there's no sudden backwash like last week. So, I know that most of the Viscera maps, maybe all of them, are based on some sort of horror movie or incredibly gory movie. I guess it's mostly movies. Or I should say I'm guessing mostly movies. Just because, I mean, you may have a few games. I know the, I dislike how it's easy to tip a lot of things in this. Nope, I gotta carry that to the incinerator. That's not fitting in there with the legs. I mean, if rigor mortis set in, then, I mean, some corpses would be easier to take care of, but no. No, you gotta do a lot of this stuff by hand. I mean, I guess the broom would be best used for this, like, pushing all of this around. I'm just happy that I, have a computer that can handle this. Because I always have problems when I would chuck things into, you know, a crate and just moving with it instantly ate all the frames. Seriously, I'm not sure what to do with these metal plates. They're kind of a bit... They're a bit big for the incinerator. Unless I really shove them in there. That's fun when the body explodes into multiple chunks. Just tossing what I can that's close into the incinerator. Just so that then I don't have to waste time carrying it to a faraway bucket and dealing with the whole, well, now I got to really worry about that. Oh, Paul Bishop. That name sounds familiar, and it could just be, like... Oh, Bishop. Aliens. At least I think the android was called Bishop. I haven't actually watched, the Alien movies. Or at least not in a while. Like, a long while. Surprisingly, I actually really like a bunch of horror movies, even though, in many cases, I don't really care for how the protagonists deal with things. Then again, that's a common complaint, but... I mean, look at the US with the whole, coronavirus issue. I'm pretty sure most horror movie protagonists are able to easily tell that, what the US did was incredibly stupid. I mean, at least now it seems like it could get better, but that's on the people rather than the guy in charge at that point. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a moss green doggo from another plane of existence, or reality. Depends on how you look at it. Would you say that an alternate reality could just be a different plane of existence? Either higher or lower, we aren't sure. This is where it gets irritating. You gotta check if anything gets stuck in the crevices. And just set that up there so that then I can easily get in here without inadvertently knocking something over. You got it on the ceiling as well. I swear, nobody with any sort of firearms experience in a sci-fi world should miss so badly at a target coming through a door. I mean, if they're coming through the vents, I could see that. Actually, it might have come through the vents. Just from the look of the ooze. I was about to be surprised about that body there, and then I realized I've watched God damn it. Why do they just explode at the drop of a hat? Hey, at least I can give myself a hand. This is going to be the stream of horrible puns. Maybe. I mean, it really depends on how much work I want to really put into this. Okay. Get that. And in the fire. All shall be cleansed with fire. So it has been said by the great prophet, some guy with a torch. Yay, no meat. But now for my main plan with dealing with this machine. I always have a biohazard containment bucket right next to that machine, just in case it decides to be a git. And drop... I can't tell with the outlines sometimes. Like, I wish there was just a cursor. Okay, let's do this. I've recommended the immediate dumping of our last batch. If my analysis is correct, and it always is, we're showing a 23% deficit in purity. It gets worse. The tests show traces of organic compounds, living tissue. I thought maybe it's a dead worker. I mean, accidents happen, but no deaths have been reported and all staff are accounted for. As soon as the batch has been dumped, I'm recommending security search the ranks. The tanks, tunnels, pipes, and everything. Okay, in the furnace. All proof must go. But all valuable asset, it must stay. So, if it's trash, it's trash. If it's valuable information about what happened here, screw off. We don't need it. We don't need a lawsuit coming here. Also, now I can properly welcome you guys to the stream because, hey, people are showing up. I just kind of started, so then I had something to do and to stay off drowsiness. And the growing sense of dread that I'm not going to be able to do much to fix my sleep. But hey, welcome to the stream. I hope you guys enjoy, and god damn it, I gotta purge the chat quickly. I really wish that I... Okay then. Give me a second. Because of course this is a pain. Because I can't see bloody anything. I have to do this every now and then because apparently bots who really want me to buy followers show up, and I don't want to do that. Where the hell? Just to give you a bit of a thing, yeah, there's the problem. Chat shows up, I can't clear out chat because it's TTV settings and all that, or better TTV settings decide to be a bit of a pain about it. It looks like things got taken care of and they just disappeared on their own. So maybe it's just that they showed up at the worst time, and I gotta bring the game back up. There we are. Miss some music. Also, reality seems to be a bit slow, but that could just be my perception of reality. I'm irritated because I can still see the previous messages. Well, let's just do our best to clean up a horrible situation. God. I want to pick up the small stuff. I don't want to pick up the giant... They say these things are mantis-like, but they're obviously some form of arachnid or Christ, what's the scientific name for six-legged creatures with an exoskeleton? Well, whatever it is, that seems to be what they are. Unless they do have 8 legs. I didn't really decide to pay attention all that much on them. Once in a million years. It happens and I despise it. Getting something small on the rim of something you can pick up is irritating to me, because then you can end up picking up the thing that you really don't want to pick up. Maybe I should have started by cleaning up the office. I don't think I've done that in a while. That's a lot of bullet casings. And there's more! So don't worry. Okay. Well, that box is now ascended. It has ascended beyond that of any human's comprehension. I have to be very careful with how I do this, because physics in Viscera really likes to get screwy fast. So 1, 2, Yeah, no, 6 legs. So, I don't know what constitutes an arachnid, technically. Oh yeah, and I have always run on. So that then I can get precise control when I need and I don't get carpal tunnel in my left hand. Or I guess paw. Hand paw. Not really sure. I can pick things up, but being a dog, and not like an anthropomorphized one, but like a feral dog, who honestly looks pretty domesticated. I mostly say that in, like, appearance sake. Like, not actual domestication, and by standards of humans. Yeah. But I have a surprising ability to grip things. I mean, it also helps when you have a genius friend who decided to start a massive cult. Why is it that everything I touch explodes? Specifically if it is a human body. This could be a valuable power. Get. Compress. Okay. Oh, cool. Note. Man, this shit ain't right. Since those workers died last week in the tunnels, things have begun emerging. We blocked off the tunnels, but more and more reports of things try to break through the pipe if some floor or panels come in. Whatever they are, they've been living underground all this time. And in the box it goes, and in the incinerator this box goes, because, I mean, you don't need all this junk. Literally, all of it's junk. Even the message about how things are living underground and probably still are. I'm using all my luck here. I still have the bucket machine to contend with, and that thing will be a pain. Because much like the box machine, the bucket machine is also really determined to mess with you. I mean, if you're unlucky, you'll end up in a situation where it'll feed you nothing but corpse parts. Way longer than you would like. Let's just grab... I'm trying to consolidate all the small stuff and leave the larger segments of corpses alone. Just so that then I don't have to fiddle around with, oh, the box is full, but I have all this junk to deal with. Like, that's pretty full. If I tossed the main upper part of the torso in, I would not have been able to get as much. But, hey, now I'm fine, and I can grab the upper part of the torso, and, why not smack it around a bit? Now just really mess this place up. Just because I can. Take care of this body, because why not? I mean, I could have left it alone. And I need to take care of the bodies first, before doing anything else, just so that then I don't end up tracking blood and such. Ah, you're... Come on. Get in there, you. Okay, body's properly disposed of. That's bloodied. Still have down here to contend with. So, I'm gonna lift this box up, shift it over here, and let's just quickly grab another box. I played this map a bit. I don't think I've completed it, though. Maybe I did, and I just forgot about it. Not really feeling that song. No. Yeah. I really hope that doesn't get the VOD modded. Or, not the VOD modded. The VOD muted. It was a word that started with M, and my brain just went, okay, it has to be this. Hey, a corpse that didn't explode on touch. Cool. I swear if that music does get this VOD modded, I'm going to be ticked. And not like your average tick. Like, I'm sleep deprived, and my sleep deprivation equals pretty much drunk if it gets really bad. And I mean, I never drink. The closest was an accidental sip of starting to become wine pomegranate juice. Like, it was just pomegranate juice that sat in the fridge for nearly a year past its expiration date. And it's like, wow, I did not realize that. So, yeah. I mean, then again, I also tried having some, my brain wants to say it a specific way, but my tongue doesn't want to comply. A braised beef stew. Braised. A braised beef stew. Style of a classic French dish. Or, I guess it is just braised beef stew. When the only difference between it and, say, like a pot roast would be, the addition of wine. And cognac. So yeah, had that. That is an experience. I didn't mind it. But the wine just overpowered the dish entirely. In the way that I'm not used to eating food with alcohol as an ingredient. So it could just be the whole thing of, well, just had something that was new and it didn't resonate because it's more of an acquired taste. I mean, then again, how many people will try alcohol and decide, yeah, no, that is perfectly fine and something I will gladly kill my liver for. For me, I guess it's more along the lines of, I tried it because, hey, you don't insult something until you've tried it. It just as you can't properly judge something without having tried it. Or commented on something. And that's not to say you shouldn't. I'm just saying that if you don't do the proper due diligence, you end up in a situation where you look like either an ass or a clueless nitwit who doesn't understand a thing of what they're talking about. Like anti-vaxxers. I mean, come on. How often is an anti-vaxxer or the one who says, well, you should do your research, and then ends up being the one who gets disproven and then asked to prove what they say. And then they say, well, oh, you didn't do... Well, I don't consider your source reputable because it's mainstream media. And it's like, sure. You want me to do my own research where I spend hours in a lab of figuring out the exact composition of a vaccine and test all possible variants on it on lab mice before going to human testing. And I can't use anybody else's findings because that's unscientific. Just... it seriously gets me how how dense some people can be. I mean, I'm not saying I'm infallible. Or separate from this. No, I am equally dense with some of the things I say. I mean, sometimes it's me talking out my ass, and other times it's me spouting some random fact that is ingrained into my mind better than, honestly, a lot of things. That I should... And that's something I should really worry about. Like, the fact that I don't remember certain advanced circuit stuffs when that's something I'm very interested in and wanted to make my main job. And yet remembering all the rules to various games that are just not something commonly played, kind of has me worried I have some sort of messed up sense of priority. Damn it. Damn it, I hate this area. Yep, all of it goes flying because something gets caught somewhere. And in that case, it was not even the box, it was me. It was the player character getting stuck on a damn barrel. And I should take care of those as well, but then I have to... it's a case of I have to move them, but I have to move them to the designated spot. And if I'm not careful, I'll miss some blood in the deeper section. Like, I mean, right here. Now I need a new mop. And if I go there later with crud on my feet, like there, I basically have to make sure this area is clean before I do anything at all with it. And oddly enough, from the looks of it, I seem to be fine with footprints. So I may be able to move some stuff over there. And I have to be careful, otherwise I'll knock a ton of boxes over. And that'll cause me pain all on its own. I wish I could incinerate all of these, but no, company needs them. Or whatever schmuck decides to buy this place. After the cleaning's done, and decides to unearth the same horrors as the previous owners. Okay. Again, oddly enough, I'm not really tracking all that much. Up there. I'm trying to keep some sense of order going. And figure out exactly what I can do to make this easier on myself. Like, if I keep tracking horrible stuff in with me, then I just need to deal with whatever gets through. Who now? Whereas before, I'd have to move a bunch of stuff to get the blood stain that was there. And, I mean, after a while, the blood has to just solidify. So, why is it that the blood and other trace bits of stuff just seems to create an infinite font of liquid that just never seems to find an end? I should probably close the incinerator while doing this so I don't accidentally toss an explosive barrel in there and blow myself up, thus ending my career as a Viscera cleanup detail janitor you know, a life. But then again, death is a social construct, and thus it has no power over me, as I don't let society decide what I do, except subconsciously I do. You know, as we all do. No matter how much anybody says, oh, well, that's a societal norm, and I don't follow that completely. Eventually, you're going to reach a situation where, or you actually do comply with it, and end up really looking bad because of it. Like, it's not hypocrisy bad where, well, you're still right, but that doesn't change the fact that you're a massive hypocrite. Like a lot of politicians. I mean, just because you're a hypocrite doesn't make you wrong, but it doesn't look good either. Class F. A lot of that is Class F. Maybe I should take care of this. Nah. I'm mostly trying to move stuff out of the way as best as I can. I mean, this might be a bad call because this could increase my workload. What with the whole... Okay, now you're tracking stuff into the clean area. And this map is kind of difficult with discerning. Like, okay, what exactly is filthy at points? Because, personally, for me, some things can look perfectly clean, and it turns out, nope, they weren't. And it's to do with, like, lighting and stuff. Oh. Sure, offer a suggestion. And I'm all ears. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna toss this. Because... I kind of forgot this thing is could dispense lamps. As I said earlier, I'm dense. And oftentimes, it's a miracle that I seem to continue existing. Not as oh hey, I am genuinely dense enough that I will forget a vital part of my life. Or a vital part of sustaining life. But, just, I'll overlook something that is... like, common knowledge or common sense. I saw another casing around here. There it is. Yeah, I'll easily forget something like the whole, oh yeah, there's lamps in the dispenser. Check. Just make sure that that's cleared. Let's grab the barrels from down here. Or since earlier I had that trip up with one. Doesn't help that I keep forgetting that right click is drop and left click while holding something is reorient. Yep, knew it. Knew I'd be tracking something. It hadn't happened for a bit. Okay. I mean, if you guys think that I'm doing this in completely the wrong order, like, oh, you should just be bucketing stuff up for the incinerator, but not actually tossing it into the incinerator. And then moving on to, like, taking care of the trackable liquids. And, okay, I could do that, but also, then I'm dividing my attention between, Actually, I'm kind of doing that already. So I have no grounds to stand on. Forget what I was saying. Yeah, exactly. As long as it ends up clean. I mean, the only reason I'm splitting focus between mopping and picking up the incinerator stuff is because I want to get barrels out of the way, especially in the lower section. They are a pain. Like, they always seem to be in the exact... They always seem to be in the exact position that allows you to be tripped by them quite easily. Boxes are a bit harder to end up tripping on. And I guess that's because of the wider profile they have. Need to clean. Yep, I need to clean this. As soon as spots start appearing on your mop, that's kind of the point I find that I need to take care of the mop. Now these giant crates, yeah, they are going in the pile immediately. Because then I have more room to work with. And that can only be a good thing. Up. This is the game that will really tax my ability on not messing with reality. Because Viscera doesn't like to play nice when physics get all weird. And I love it for that. Then again, I'm a casual enjoyer of goofy ragdoll moments in video games. Like the kind of moments that you can only laugh or snicker at because you didn't expect to experience that moment. Or better yet, the ragdoll just kind of is part of the game and it comes out of nowhere, so it's even greater. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I've just kind of been working on the assumption that by starting in the farther areas and working my way inwards, I then don't have to deal as much with cleanup problems, like the whole tracking and stuff. But also I can see the benefit in that. Like, not just like the trackable fluids, but the crates and such. Because then I don't have to deal with carrying stuff back and dodging things. Oh, nope, it tips. Damn it. This is where I start to reconsider why I like this game. Seriously, the moments where it just decides, yeah, physics is now here to make your life hell. Oh, yep. Okay, just... I'm now trying to fix everything that has gone wrong here. And it is difficult because it happened in the one section I couldn't really work with. I kind of just want to toss things here. Or not have to deal with it. Especially since I've... There we go. Nice and clean so I'm not tracking anything now. Maybe instead of stacking when I feel like I need to stack, I just get everything on the ground floor, see what area I have to work with, and then stack up from there. That is definitely going to tip as soon as weight is put on it. It's It's also hard to get things to agree with how you want to place them. At least that's how I feel about this. Like, okay, you go there, and no, you need to stay in that spot. Okay, let's grab this box and get it right over to its friends. I've kind of just stopped focus on what I was worried about before. Okay, how much did I track over here? Okay. I'm trying to get things nice so that then... Like, the boxes I feel like I have to order and organize more than... the barrels. Sorry if I suddenly seem to have a lapse of being able to speak. Yeah, part of me says this is a bad idea. The other part of me says, shut up and just work with what you got. Okay, and that goes crab. Is it meat? No, it's bucket. I have a surprising amount of luck with this right now. Ah, forgot. Clean. Okay, let's head back down here, grab some more of the barrels, and then see what we have to deal with down there so that then I can properly start cleaning up this main area. Like, fully work on cleaning up this main area. Okay, bit of entrail. Pick it up. Toss in the incinerator. Let's grab another basket. I guess I should use the proper name for these, of disposable bins. Yep. Poor sap got cut in half. Let's see. Yep, the job sucks. Just this morning, I was asked to head down to the storage tanks and drain some batch that got ruined. Oh yeah, oh yes, Mr. Boss. Sure, I'll get neck deep in chemical sludge. It'll be my pleasure. I don't know what the hell spoiled our batch, but if I ever find out who or what did it, man, I'm going to be angry. Worst part is, I think there's something living down there. Oh yeah, if anybody knows, like, what this map is referencing, please tell me. I'd love to learn that. Like, obviously the ice map is the thing, as I did say earlier, but I do want to know how many maps in this are just massive parodies of, like, horror movies and other such media that have the amount of work left over. Like, I know one map, I believe, is, like, one of the prequels from Star Wars. Or just a huge, like, homage reference thing to Star Wars at that point. Maybe, like a specific part, but just, like, as a whole. I mean, if you have a Sarlacc pit, I mean, that's pretty much a reference to Star Wars, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. That. Down we go again. And now I have to shift my focus from cleaning up the small things to getting the barrels and crates in place, because I'm starting to have trouble moving around and seeing if I got everything. Also, these giant metal plates, I seriously don't know what to do with these. Like, if I find one, I'm just going to toss it somewhere and say I'm done with it. I mean, some seem too big to incinerate. And others seem small enough that if you really coax it in, you might be able to get it into the incinerator. And yeah, I should probably use the sniffer now that I think about it. Like, if I'm not sure if I've gotten, like, all the blood cleared from near the deposit points for barrels. Okay. Up. And just... Oh, it is on the ceiling! Ah, how? Are they just swarming the place? Well, that's a clever name, Lloyd Lloydson. Okay. Yeah. So we're playing this game. I do have a slight lingering fear in the back of my head, like in the back of my mind, that, oh, whatever did all this is still alive and still hiding here. I mean, for this map especially, because the whole premise being, hey, bunch of things were living underground, and, we aren't sure if everything was, cleared. Okay, yeah, no. This place barely had as any sort of, like, stuff there, so I should clear it up at least a bit so that then it's easier to figure out if I'm tracking anything here. And be gone! Okay. Boots are cleaned. And now, clean up that mess. Get all over here. Sniffer's 3, right? Ceiling? Yep, ceiling. Seriously. Guess they must have been swarming. Got green liquid coming off, but okay, that was deceptive. Because it didn't have the normal, like, splodges on it. Like now. I guess that's more for blood and anything not considered blood. It doesn't have, like, a special texture for. Okay, so now I can move that here. Damn, I need to have things organized at least somewhat. I'm not sure if there's more of those giant containers, but I really hope there aren't. So maybe I just have that to the side. I don't think there are. So I should be fine to just really wang stuff in. And if it comes down to it, I can always stack things on top of each other. Yeah, no, that's fine. Maybe. Okay. That is the background music for now. Am I tracking anything? Doesn't look like I am. Oh, that needs to be dumped. And now I'm tracking stuff. Don't you dare give me meat. I don't have a bin set up next to you. So, I wish... I had an easier time having music in the stream. Just like, I would love to have my own Spotify playlist going through this. Like, you know, sharing the music I care about and enjoy listening to with you guys. Just so that then, we all can enjoy the same things. And maybe even talk about stuff like, you know, the classical argument of, who's right in liking the, like, what genre music. Like, or even the case of, wow, that goes back. Like having somebody who is both like a heavy metal fan, but also really into like classical music as well. Or is something I figured out, can, and maybe does already exist, but like classic music turned into death metal. Or like, I know this exists because somebody out there made it, and I got it recommended to me in YouTube at one point. But nursery rhymes sung in death metal, and I'm not a huge death metal fan. But it's like, if you can think it, at some point in time, somebody's going to make that. Whether it's you, somebody else, doesn't matter. It's going to be made. Okay, back down here again. Give me that crate. That's always an interesting thing that's been on my mind when any sort of like project comes crashing through my skull. Like, has somebody already done it, and how? Because I'm a firm believer in the whole thought process of work smarter, not harder. Okay, this needs to be cleaned. Do I have... I do not have another bucket. Okay. Unless I do, and I just tossed it somewhere. Foolishly. Okay. Clean up my footprints. And... oh, there was a metal plate there. Seriously, dislike those things. Because they can easily obscure where you've traveled. And in some cases, it can actually disguise spots that need to be cleaned. Okay, no. That needs to be taken care of. That. Carefully set it down. I have suffered one too many a time by having a nice fresh bucket instantly knocked over because I just hit it slightly wrong. Or slightly off and ended up groaning in despair. Okay. I'll jump every now and then just to make sure that I'm not tracking anything. Oh, come on. Apparently got a bit deep. There's something cathartic about cleaning up a mess. I'm not sure why. I mean, for other people, it could be for different reasons. Like, if you're OCD, It's about bringing order to whatever you're cleaning up. Or maybe that's not it at all for you. If you are OCD and don't get that same sense of catharsis from cleaning. Because I know OCD isn't just about cleanliness. It can be about a lot of different things. Numeric values, for instance. Or certain habits that you feel need to be done. Damn it! I wasn't paying attention to where the bucket was going and ended up spilling it. At least then you have a concentrated mess. And this is the part of me that is both happy and slightly perturbed at when you knock over a bucket. One, the contents of the bucket should require a whole nother bucket to fully clean. But it takes less than that. And damn it. Every so often I get the lag spike that just sends me hurtling. I mean, I would assume that lag would be worse when you just loaded into a map, but I have had the case where it's actually worse when you're ending a map. I mean, it also could be the fact that I'm streaming this game. And my computer's having to split its focus on processing power between keeping the stream going and keeping the game going. Okay. So now, most of the yuck that I'm going to be cleaning up around here is going to be from dragging footprints. But even then, if I have an area relatively cleaned... Oh. Come on, then. You're going up there. Okay. What was I think I was talking about on the whole footprint situation with, at least it'll only be if it gets to a critical mass. You know, it's a snowball effect. Where eventually the footprints will just amass to be a pile. But to get to that point... Okay! Might I just say, physics in games and me don't seem to agree all that often. Okay, how... Oh, that tracked far. At least I have the bucket dispenser nearby. And clean so I don't end up tracking even more. Actually, I should have this out of the way. Just enough so that then if I get meat from the... well, either of the dispensers, I'll be able to quickly place it into the bin. Okay. Ah, I need to really get up there. Thankfully that wasn't full. Continuing work as usual. So, to go back to what I was talking about with the whole catharsis from cleaning, I think for me personally, it's due to a fact of you see this giant mess, and once you've done all the cleaning required, you get to see the place in... I forgot I had a bucket there. But you get to see the place in its normal state. How it would look when it was first brought into existence. Okay. For these, I was trying to keep it nice and orderly, but sometimes you just gotta chuck things and hope that they go into place, because I'm getting bored with stacking things. And a bored morning equals a worse work ethic. Especially since I'm going to have to deal with the barrels soon. And sleep-deprived brain does not want to acknowledge how to lift things. Okay, new bucket, which I'm going to have right here, out of the way, and is not going to be knocked over at all. And then I end up knocking it over, just as I somehow walk through a pool of blood somewhere to pick up trash. Where? Okay, that's that. How am I doing over here? I have a giant box that I need to move. And I need that out of my way. So, giant box. Damn it, I was hoping I wouldn't have to deal with you, but here I am. Hup! Okay. That's up here. Move that off quickly. And just mash it into that corner. At least enough so that then I then don't have to worry. And at least, unlike with the barrels, boxes don't seem to want to move all that often unless you really give them a reason to. Like there. See? That one wouldn't have moved if I hadn't messed with it. Ugh. I have a problem with enunciating. Not going to elaborate on that, I just do. I acknowledge that I do. That does not make it any better or any worse. It just means I accept that that is a part of me. But now I have the entrance to the barrels open. And no chance of having and almost not having any chance for physics to do anything screwy. Okay. Oh, just gonna place that there. Double check that I'm not tracked anything. Okay, tracked something. Stairs. They're confusing to deal with. Mostly with how things are placed. And that could have been bad. So. I probably need to... Do I... Anybody got a rivet gun? Because otherwise I'm going to incinerate this. If it's not a barrel or a box, but fits into the incinerator, I say it's... generally, it's safe to put in the incinerator. At least I think so. Ah, there's so many barrels. Okay. Get them into an easier to work with environment. Get them out from underneath the stairs, and just generally try to reduce my travel time as much as possible by chugging them haphazardly around. Mostly so I don't have to deal with the damn stairs. Like the whole traveling under them and being slightly caught on the edge of them. Oh, cool. That was there. And incinerated. Let's clean off our mop. Get right back down there. Plus this way, I then can clean up that blood puddle and have less of a chance of stepping in blood and tracking it. So that reduces some time I was losing to having to constantly check if I was tracking anything so it didn't just pile up. Dealing with a possible snowball effect is easy once you know the signs to look out for. Stacking barrels, however, you need a master's degree in that. Oh no. I pushed too hard and they decided to tumble. Why does Viscera clean up the tails barrels have to be so unstable? Like, is this just the most accurate we'll ever have of, like, barrels shifting naturally? Up. In some ways, probably. In other ways, probably not, because, I mean, I mess with one, the entire mound gets messed up. Because, look at this, the effect of them just crashing against each other or upsets the entire herd. At this point, I think the barrels are sentient. It could also be the fact that I'm standing on top of them and they really don't like that, so I might just, you know, chuck them and hope that they stay. Except I know they won't. I know they'll topple over. And somehow they're more sturdy on their side than they are on either the base is. It's like, somebody messed up in the design of these barrels. That or the liquid inside, which, considering the sound, probably none. Then again, what explodes for the explosive ones? Not gonna worry about it. Not even sure if there are any barrels in the game that would be considered need to incinerate. I haven't really played the game all that much. Kinda just played the one level and a bit of another one, which I immediately gave up on because I was tired. Undropped. No, none dropped down. Huh. I was expecting one to at least rebel. Okay, yeah, I started to track. How is it that haphazardly shoving them on top of one another is somehow more stable than gently stacking them? If there's some sort of hidden barrel law that says they cannot be stacked in any way without just having to be haphazardly placed on top of each other. Okay. Actually, this is probably the right amount of work I should be doing for this. Well, I mean, with that, it's an uneven base, but at the same time, how is that just locked in there? The mysterious aspects of barrels. You never know how they will work. I mean, unless they're red, then if you shoot them, they blow up. It's just video game law. Up. Well. Whoop. Oh, that disrupted the herd. Get in there. You know, I would have expected some bonus briefing on stuff like making sure certain things are done certain ways. Then again, I think that's actually a tutorial. Yep. Nope. I will not set fire to that barrel pile. If I do, I'm pretty sure their descendants will come after me. Possibly the only way to do that is with one of these. And I mean, I know I said that death is a social construct, but even I'm not suicidal. I was once, but not now. And it really depends on the game I'm playing and how much work I've invested. I mean, if you said it earlier before I stopped caring about placement, probably would have. But right now, I feel awful destroying the barrel pile. I mean, it's become its own unique entity at this point. It's like the cult I started ages ago. Oh, in a game called I think, oh yeah, Factory Town. Factory Town's what it's called. I had fun until everyone in the damn town decided, you know what? I don't want to do labor. I just want to sit at this box and worship it all day. And that's what happened. Literally, every single worker within a decent radius of that box ended up stopping whatever work they were doing and immediately devoted their entire life and their children's life to that box. So, since then, I joke about that cult. And it has never left me. It almost happened a second time. I mean, me going back to play it. And I mean, I want to play it on stream at some point. Just to see if it'll happen on stream. Or if whatever was causing it was fixed by the developers. Because, I mean, that's a bit of history that I have with a game that I want to share with people. And I mean, it was a game I was considering playing for this instead of Viscera, but then I decided on Viscera because, well, I wanted something that was engaging, but not I guess micromanaging in any way. I needed something that would allow my brain to rest by just doing a mindlessly repetitive task over and over again. But have no way of automating it and having to figure out what to automate next. So, you know, that's why Viscera Cleanup Detail is being played. Because, well, simplest terms, it's a game I can play that requires minimal effort in the thought department. And that's not to say it's simple. I mean, kind of is, but it's more something I can just do that I then don't have to put proper thought into. Like the way you just ease yourself into something you normally play a ton of. Come on. Scan! Okay, I have to smack it against the screen. Oh. Wow, it really builds up. Okay. That, up and around. Grate, up and around. I don't think I actually took care of those grates ever in playing Viscera for the first time. Like, this was one of the first maps I played on when trying Viscera. Okay. You go there. And, it's kind of stuck with me that this is the map that I just kind of play because it's a small map, but has a lot of stuff to work with. Okay. And I mean, I kind of feel paralyzed by how much there is in larger maps. So, I guess it's also that this is my little safety net. I like the smaller maps that I can do on my own. Otherwise, I definitely need others to help with the larger ones. And I found that not too many people, I know, I should clarify that it's not too many people I know who play this game. Because, I mean, it would be an insult to say that very few people play Viscera. Just as a whole. I just can't speak for that. Because I don't know off the top of my head how many people play Viscera. So, it would be ignorant and just downright terrible of me to just assume what I would be saying is right. I mean, a lot of people do it daily. I mean, politicians do it for their job. There are points where you can't get away with just spouting stuff. And having people believe it. I mean, to just be all-encompassing here, not every politician is full of themselves and think everything they say has to be true because they say it. I was about to say that is now hovering between space and time. It is hovering between space and time! Where did that go? Oh, well. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. One, that was close. I almost tossed the bucket I was just carrying into the incinerator. Ah, there's the flesh. Instead of dealing with it immediately, I just chuck it in the bin. Because if I know there's going to be a chance of more coming out, because sometimes, at least from my experience, the dispensers like to just keep churning out whatever it gives you. If it's flesh, then you really need the bucket on standby. I'm not worried about having neat and orderly piles. I just want things to be in place. And they oddly stick in place when they really shouldn't. So, you know, just going full laziness here. Come on. That is there now. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be. It always has been. Always will be. Yet. I get the feeling I'm not meant to burn those because they can't fit. Whoop. No! Damn it. Huh. I need to chuck into the pile rather than have the chance to chuck away from. So, whoop. And you gotta find the right point of release. Up. Up. Yeah! Hopefully that landed. Right? Looks like this area is pretty good. I mean, I still have work to do here, but the majority of my work will be taking care of the floors. Okay. I'm carefully making sure that I don't end up tracking anything. So, get that moved over here. And head down. Head back up. Let's grab our bucket. And head down to the other side and start cleaning from here. Okay. Up. Missed the bucket. Ah. So how are you guys doing? And your mornings being, well, the sun nice, if the sun is out near you, or weather fine, or maybe you had the best weather of all, thunderous and loud. I'm just somebody who really likes that more tumultuous weather. Up. From where? There. Yeah. At least I came prepared. So yeah. If I take care, then once I clear up as much of the blood as I've got, as I can, okay, rinse, then I can move on to worrying about the bullet holes. And I just noticed that bit of flesh there. Just pop it in that bin since it's close by. Seriously, how did some of the blood get in those places? I mean, this one's easy. Poor schmuck died here. A couple of schmucks died here. Oh, yep. I knew I had missed some young pants. Sometimes I just have to enjoy the names of some of the bodies. Oh. And I'm good. That needs to be washed and fully clear my thing. So from this map, it seems like I have 3 main fluids to worry about. Alien blood, human blood, and from the general look of it, soot. In any combination there is. Maybe I should have turned on the global boombox. Just so that then you can hear it from wherever, or in the map you are. So that then you guys get some enjoyable music, and it's not just the sounds of the game. And I realize I still have that entire hallway to stack. I thought it was done with stacking. But where? Okay. Yeah. Still had that. Come on. Let's get that set up right back there. I seriously don't know what to do with these steel plates. I mean, if I stack them somewhere, more stacking. But if not, then how do I get rid of them? I mean, I don't see a spot where they could be stacked, but I could just be dense and not actually realize, oh, hey, I've been walking by it the entire time. Okay. Yeah, that needs to be taken care of now. Well, into the incinerator you go. Grab. Place. And continue mopping. I remember tossing a plate into the incinerator, so I know it can be done. There's like a sweet spot with the bucket. If you don't hit it, you need to hit it multiple. You need to hit the bucket multiple times on a lesser spot. That seems to be the main way the buckets work. Okay. I made it worse thinking I could get an extra clean. Hey, but only one bit of meat from that. That's pretty good. And I see those tracks. Okay. Lift that up, out of the way. I should just place all of those plates right on top of each other in the center. Look around. Okay. It says there's something nearby. I mean, there's that. So, up, up, up. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need the lift for that. But I also need it down here quickly to take care of that. Okay, let's look around as well. Okay. Come on. Ah. Aside from Mildfield, this place seems good. I need to go over with a fine-tooth comb. Something nearby, hit it. trying to figure out where are you? I mean, it doesn't detect that. But it says, oh, where over here? Ah, there it is. Bit of entrail. Made it out and was caught in a weird spot. Okay. Hold on. Probably the ceiling interfering with the stairs. Should get it cleaned. But it looks like that area is clear. Okay, pick this up. Get a move on. Try and figure out where I'm going. Okay. Let's clean our mop so we have enough uses. Come on. Head all the way up. I probably have a lot longer reach than I think I do. So, well, that's descending. Nope. Not sure the count I need to hold this down for to get a proper closing. But it seems like it's not that bad. Okay, where else? I think there were a few down here. Yep. I really wish there was some indication. I wonder if it's when it starts to go a bit awry in your hand. So that looked to be all the bullet holes that were down here. They're still the ones up here to deal with. I mean, currently, in spite of thinking maybe there's some visual indication, I'm just counting 3. Silently. But still, counting to 3 seems to be the magic number. At least to count to. I've only seen memes of this, and honestly, not that amazing. Okay, anything else? Let's look at this from a perspective of somebody shooting from this hallway out. I mean, I'd imagine that there would be like, bullet holes over there if they were shooting out, but it's a... Okay. From the looks of it, aside from these damn steel plates and my own incompetence, the central area may be good. Oh, okay, it just took a while. Okay. Let's get this set up in the center. Maybe move those out of the way, and actually I'm gonna move this right out of the way so that then I don't accidentally knock it over. Yep, just condense all that awful into one bucket. Okay, this over to here. I'm happy that this doesn't wig out. Okay. Did you get jammed? No. Yeah. I do have a lot farther of a reach than I think I do. Up, and I just made that spot worse. Ah. Not sure how hitting the button again unjams it. But it seems to work. Oh. That was probably a bit longer, so I'm not... That doesn't look like there's any soot stains on there. That's the main worry I have with this thing. I'm going to end up creating soot stains. If I'm correct, most of the bullet holes are in that other area. Okay. Get that. Double check that my off's clean. Well, no liquid is flying off, so I can say that's clean. Or at least I hope it is. Oh, and I need to... I forget that there's sometimes holes in places you can't see. Okay. How exactly do I get this up there? Ah, you are a pain, aren't you? Okay. Good. Oh, there it is. There's the soot. Gonna have to clean that now. I mean... Okay, grab the sniffer. Oh, it does say something over there is filled. So... What part of over there is filth? Okay. Standing right on top of it. It's like... It's more concentrated Well, I mean, over there is a problem, but up there. Okay. Get that. Physics it into place. Quickly grab it before anything wrong happens. And head up. It doesn't look like anything's wrong, so it's probably just... Okay. Okay, it's probably just some slight thing that isn't a problem. Or it's just the sniffer slightly going, yeah, it's a bit dusty, but it's cleared up because it's new dust, and the wind just took care of it. Oh. I accidentally got the answers to the universe opened. Okay. With that done. Oh. I want my special device. And I would like this thing to stop jamming. Okay. Okay. Now I need to move this damn thing. Okay, grab that. Oh, did it accidentally create a bullet hole? Cheeky bugger. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Stop burning! I'm sorry if I seem like an idiot when it comes to this. I'm trying my best to make sure everything's clean, but it's a bit difficult when the tools seem to want to do the exact opposite. Bugger it. You're staying down there for now. Okay. It looks like there are so many. Seriously. If this thing would not jam. Okay. I'm going up here. Yep. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All nice and clean. Okay. Looks like we are good. there. Let's get this over here. And get to work on the inner segment. And this only took, almost 2 hours, so twice the time. I definitely don't feel awful about that. I mean, what? It's an approximated time, so they think, okay, at your best, you should be able to get all of this cleaned up by then. And if you don't, if you do, like, probably the bare minimum. Like, not really focusing on taking care of stuff or being that thorough. Oh, there we are. Like, I probably would end up saving time if I didn't end up backtracking. This is fine. This is more chill. If I only get one map in, then I only get one map in. But if I get, like, 2, then I'll count that as a great stream. Not sure if I'll play any more Viscera, like, on my own. Because I do have a co-op stream set up for Monday. Up, dog's up. And she probably wants to be let out soon. Nope. Plopped right back down. I realize I kept the same expression the entire stream. And I'm not really sure what to change it to because, I mean, this is more chill. I mean, probably that. That could probably be argued as a bit more chill. Or at least a bit more happy. I mean, then again, I also have Psy, which I probably should have used a lot more. Oh, nope, not inspired. When hitting the side of a machine, you never know which end it'll come out of. You just know you're gonna get what you asked for. Unless it decides, nah, you deserve meat. Yeah, I think it's hard to say whether there's a correct course of action for managing a level. I guess it could end up depending level on level, but also how many people you have working with you. Like, if it's just you, then you don't have the worry of delegating or having the extra manpower to deal with problems. But at the same time, you then have all the workload on yourself. That was possibly the smoothest throw I have ever done in my entirety of playing Viscera Cleanup Tale, which honestly isn't that long. I've abandoned saying, or counting in my head, because if I talk, I'm probably going to end up messing something up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I could throw a twist into it and start counting in French. I mean, I've been working on learning French, so that would work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I know a lot of ways of counting to 3. I'm not sure what use that could be, but hey. Gotta be useful for something. Let's take these back to their respective places. That probably needs to be taken care of, so... toss that in there as well. And let's use this time to quickly take care of that final spot that I've been missing. Get the medic station, get it out, get in there. There we go. So now medic station is set up. So now this spot is truly cleaned. At least to my knowledge. Seriously, what do I do with these? Do I just try and build with them? Do I try and send them to the moon? And the answers will come eventually. Or never. Really depends on the glorious thing known as my patience. Or whether or not I'm willing to spend time trying to learn what exactly I need. Yeah, move that more to the side, so that then it's not fully in the way. Like, am I supposed to use them to, like, help stabilize my stacking? Because right now I think this works perfectly fine. Just toss them on top of each other. I mean, if I'm being scored for how nicely stacked they are, then I'll worry. Otherwise, bugger it. They're just whatever way fate decides they land. As long as they live there and like it, I'm okay with it. Like the barrels. The barrels is a work of art. It's modern art at that point. And I'm not going to deal with it. Because honestly, I don't want to spend all my time restacking these damn barrels to figure out what's the best way to do so that has them stable. Because right now that looks fine. I mean, a few of these might count as not in there, but it's going to be by a negligible amount. New bucket is needed. I knew I'd need one eventually, but... I wish it didn't have to be that soon, so let's go over this area. Sniffer... Oh! It rose up for some reason right over here. What? What's causing the sunrise? Okay. Something right here. Ah, there was a cheeky bit of entrail left over. Okay, sniffer. I really do seem to miss those easy to spot entrails, don't I? That could have been bad. Could have sent this barrel to the second dimension. Not the fourth dimension, the second. 1, 2, 3. Un, deux, trois. Uno, dos, tres. That one I failed. Ein, zwei, drei. Had to pick up speed with that one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Un, deux, trois. Uno, dos, tres. Eins, zwei, drei. I'm trying to make this as fun as possible for me. Hence the differentiation in how I'm counting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bing. 1, 2, 3. Now the ultimate question, does the sniffer sniff out bullet holes? And if so... Okay. You all don't like to be like your barrel brethren, where any position will suit you. You gotta be perpendicular and stuff. And parallel. Okay. Oh yeah, the ceiling. You know, the place those things probably crawled out of. Oh, and another bullet hole. Okay. Okay, where? Okay. Grab this. 1, 2, 3. Disappear. 1, 2, 3. It all depends on the speed of how you count. Okay, that there. It probably, thinking about it, the sniffer probably also detects whether or not boxes are in the right place. I now need to test that. Since I need to take this box. Yeah, no, it does detect if boxes are out of place. Better I'm deluding myself and I missed something. Could be that I'm deluding myself and missing something. But I choose to live in blissful ignorance of that in favor of finishing this damn thing. Damn it. Oh. Eventually, and very quickly, as I have found, run out of things to talk about when you aren't really sure. Okay. I was like, okay, it does detect if boxes are out, but then why are those counted? Then you look up and see, bullet holes. 1, 2, 3. And I think we're good. Okay. So, bucket. Take care of this. Yeah, the more I take care of the blood, like, the further I push it back, the more I gain access to, the more I travel back. And yeah, already I feel the gratification of a job well done for this. And because I had no time limit, I am safe from all persecution of, but you should have had it done hours ago. I mean, coming from personal experience while being employed as a cashier. You will be locked in the restaurant if your duties include cleaning, and you're the only one managing more than half of the physical demanding. Had to move the damn booths out to make sure they were clean underneath. And you eventually reach this level of irritation when the other person leaves without having helped after you asked them to. Bonus points if you were injured during there and genuinely you needed to quickly take on medical assistance. Hey. They probably had a reason, right? They definitely couldn't help at all in you cleaning up when they've just finished their part of the job. They don't need to help you, right? And I mean, it would just be a good thing if they did, especially after you asked them. Oh. Okay. The pile's becoming massively destabilized. And it seems like reality is bending, but from how things are, I think I'm safe in just having the boxes touch the line. Oh. Okay. Moment of truth. Okay, I don't know what the sniffer tells you. Nope. I have no grounds to stand on for that. So, no clue what the sniffer tells you if things are in the right place for these. Just tells you if there's something that's... I assume it's meant to be a pseudo catch-all for, like, anything that isn't covered under the blood, soot, or other blood variant types. Like, bullet holes. Trash. I guess it would be things that physically need to be managed. And, that is precarious. You know what? Burn this light. Time to take care of the final barrel, and then I think I do a final comb over. Up. Come on. Beautiful. Okay. Up. 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 Oh, yeah. I mean, if I head down here... Oh, no, this says these do need to go. But how? No, seriously, how do I get these things gone? Then. Sure. I'm guessing it's like the grates. And you have to get rid of those, and they probably just barely fit. in the incinerator. Like, just angle it. Eventually this will work. The heat will melt the steel plates, and by piling them up on each other, one will... Yeah, I think one went already. Two went. Maybe? Hey. Oh, yeah. Another one went. So I do just need to angle them in to get them gone. Oh, pup, do you need to head out? Okay. Gonna bring up my Be Back Soon screen. Cut myself off before I could say. I'll be back like once I let her out. Just realized I might not have muted my mic. But yeah, things are gone. So, that's good. Let us... You know what? Where? Oh, I guess picking one up doesn't have the same problems, and there's multiple for your use. But just going to incinerate that. So, that's 5. Oh, 5's that. 6 is that. So, objectives. Notes. Oh, I was probably supposed to toss things in, wasn't I? So, I probably screwed that up by, instead of putting the notes in like this, I ended up like, destroying evidence. Okay, bullet hole. All up there, but I still have one more box to take care of. Then I do a comb over, or for bullet holes. That was beautiful as well. So, grab this, look around. There was one up here, right? Up there. 1, 2, 3. That looks like it's good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There might... There's something more right here. Oh, wait. Okay, then. That feels like it's a bit off map. Oh, but it... I should have taken care of this bucket before it tipped over. But now I needed to make sure, so now I need to dump that. Grab new bucket. Wash up mop. It's like the sensor slightly gets muddled. Come on, where is... Where's the thing coming from? I mean, if I'm right next to it, it should tell me. Oh, okay, those. So it's not just, what? What a load, bin dispensers. The only affordable choice for all your disposal bin of supply automation needs. It's so affordable. You'll need one of our bins just to hold all your savings. Now with 15% less spontaneous spats. On sale for $39.99.99. Or $399.99 Vaders. So this will also dispense useless tat. Oh, come on, you. Get this dump because I think I am good for that. Get another first aid. Oh. Aerospace Sanitation Incorporated. The only known refusal sanitation workforce. With over 50 years of service, Aerospace Sanitation have tackled countless cleanup jobs across the galaxy. No job is too tough. No job is too unusual. No job is too clandestine for Aerospace Sanitation's unique services. We'll clean up your mess. Premium package now of 1,299,999 Vaders. I think I'm gonna keep that open. If it does that every time I wanted to dispense the same thing I've already had. Okay. Where are you? Small... It's some small thing. The sound changes just slightly, so it says I'm close. I assume it could just be something that I can't get at. Oh. Personal property of janitor. Hands off. Where's Fest 93? Hands off. Republic Banking. Okay, where? There. Okay. Grab this. Let's quickly beam a hole away. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, you useless piece of trash. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope, it spread. I'm not sure what causes it to spread. If it's just like everything else and it just decides 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Christ alive! What am I doing wrong with this damn thing? Oh, and now the mess is getting worse because I found one thing. I found one thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then it spreads. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Seriously, what decides whether or not it spreads? Because if I knew, then I could try and avoid it. 1, 2. Please stop with this game. You're purposely making it longer to prolong my suffering. Now, why? It's not something up with animations from the look of it. If it's randomly decided, then wow, that's a shot I will never get again. If it's a distance thing. Does that not look like a bullet hole? Ah. You know, that might not have been a bullet hole. All that I was firing at. There's still something near. No, that's just a crack in the wall. Let's just get that squared away, chucked into a furnace. Bugger it, I'm clocking out. Activate. Wish I could do more. Give me something extra. Please fill in the particulars of the IR-8 form accurately. This will serve as company record for both your conduct and the incident itself. Omission or perversion of details is punishable under Section 712B of the Sanitation Report Procedures Act of 2164. Please tick the box that best describes the severity of the incident you worked on. Best day ever, piece of cake, easy. Severity of the incident you worked. Piece of cake. Oh. Severity. How severe was it? What do you guys think? I wouldn't say it was challenging, but I'm gonna say... Yeah, I'm gonna say it was easy. Work method. Please describe your method for completing the job. What was your work style? Bugger off. I just kind of half-assed it all the way through. Please tick the box that best describes how efficiently you believe the job was completed. I'm going to say evenly. Incident particulars. Please tick the box that best describe the particulars of the whole incident. Failure to do so, to answer truthfully, punishable by law. You got aliens, guns, no AI, no viruses, no mutations, no fire. Might have been military. Corruption, enigmatic forces, rituals, deadly fauna. Yeah, there were deadly fauna, no flora, no environmental hazards, no homicides, explosives, genocide, suicide, other. Actually, there might have been a suicide in there. Don't know. Personal account. Any revelation? No. Confirmed articulates. Please enter the number of alien entities presumed dead on site. I think there were... I want to say there were 8. Please enter the number of spent shell casings found on site. You know what? I'm just going to keep working. Activate. Proud of my performance. Don't want to do that paperwork. Yay! Exceptional Employee of the Month. Okay. Project conclusion. After gazing at the hideous mess before you, you chuckled to yourself and set to work. Whistling crudely, you breezed through the facility's many problems, stacking objects to the chorus of your big banger. The work was quickly done, and what a fine job it was. After you made your way past some of your or as yet unaware colleagues, you congratulated yourself and waited for the company's official inspection report with bated breath. 101%. Oh yeah, only ever played Frostbite, and that was 1501, 2185. Not sure what that relates to IRL. Lots of stuff. Yay, Employee of the Month. Okay. Oh yeah, the sewers. That I really dislike. Like, I really dislike this place. I'm not okay with confined spaces in video games. I don't have any sense of claustrophobia IRL. My mind starts going places it really shouldn't have. And when faced with this stuff. Like, okay, what if somebody's living in there? Secretly. Oh, yeah, that's the disposal chute. Why is the toilet bloody? What maniac decides that the toilet needs to be bloody? Workplace. Okay. So, that says cat pictures. That is more than just cat pictures. Private. Okay. Other site photos. Oh. Work. To do doc text. Get safety helmet patched. Collect Mulk and Ergs. Shut down incinerator. Uncommon bug disabling code. Take time out to appreciate life. Wait, untitled? See those reports. Report system successfully migrated. Use the new message board system to file reports. Okay. That's the song I was waiting to pop up in that map. Subject, I'm coming for you. From real bum stuff. You can all read this if you like. I'm going to try and dispose of it. Yeah, no. Overturned barrel slays worker. On Monday morning, Mr. A. Nosferatu was going through his usual routines when it all suddenly went horribly wrong. From out of the shadows, a merciless and cruel killer pounced. Blocking his way, Mr. Nosferatu was forced to topple over the silent killer, breaking his neck. This is the second victim to have been claimed this month by overturned barrels while working on the station. Both times in dark areas, workers are advised to carry extra protection. I wonder what happens if I jump down there. That seems like a great way to end the stream. A disturbed man consumes blood. What began as an innocent attempt to locate ketchup for his Quasar Emperor burger, Mr. P. House instead found a patch of blood he believed to be ketchup. Upon consumption, he quickly discovered it was in fact blood, but instead of being disgusted, Mr. House obtained an unnatural taste for it, and has since started seeking it wherever and whenever he can. The administration are taking steps to punish those who left the blood within reach, and thus brought out about the official probe into the company's ongoing suspicious activities. Bullet hole, a drug hole? Investigations into drug use on the station finally led to the arrest of a worker who hid his spice in a bullet hole in the wall. Authorities are accusing management of poor conduct, claiming that they could have found evidence of the drugs sooner if there was no bullet holes to hide spice in. Management is of course blaming the sanitation division for the bullet hole's presence and are demanding that the culprits come forward. The confiscated spice has since vanished. Oh god, my throat. Well, award-winning dumbass. A janitorial employee was recently awarded for their above and beyond the Call of Duty work ethic at a closed ceremony. However, upon receiving the award, they shook hands with the station mayor, completely forgetting to change or even wash their gloves. The air was soon covered in blood and rushed to the nearest medical facility with a nasty infection. The sanitation technician in question has since had their award stripped from them and will have to settle for Employee of the Month and our personal Bungles award. That sounds like me. Don't know. Aerospace Sanitation Corporation. Official inspection report. I was genuinely impressed. Not once in all my years have I seen such an efficient crew. Not only was everything spotlessly clean and in order, it was also organized and tidy. I would love for this to become the norm. Therefore, I'm requesting that we raise the expectations of our employees. A higher bar will encourage better efficiency. I foresee a troubled time for this crew. They are sure to be the envy of many, of our more violent employees. In the meantime, I encourage you to award this exceptional crew. Whoop. Dear employee, your exceptional performance has been noted as I understand it. The inspector was most pleased. On behalf of upper management, I have been asked to invite you to a closed ceremony in which we will award you for your conduct. Many notable local dignitaries will be in attendance. Proper formal conduct is expected. Failure to present yourself with dignity will lead to award forfeiture. Also, thanks to you, the performance marking system has been reevaluated. Thank you and congratulations. I stumble around like a drunk person in this game. Okay. New. Darkness gained ground. Have hope. The darkness is strong, but we must have hope. We must fight to the last, just as Mr. John Stevens, Fire Fairy, did. Though the darkness enveloped his life, we as his fellow sprites who supported him gave him light enough to reach the other side and beyond. As to those who left the dark black scorch marks on the station and gave the darkness passage, we must show owe them the way before they swallow us all. We must guide them with peace and love. Oh, nothing on the back? Like a hidden code of some kind? I've been having to brute force all of this. Like, all the codes I've had. I mean, when you had the bathroom locked, it's kind of hard to understand. And yeah, I'm honestly scared to explore this place more than what I have been able to do. Especially when you have a lot of implements that look like they'd be good for butchering bodies. I think it's my natural feeling of self-preservation. So... oh, I can't close that door. I can't. I've unleashed something that should not have been unleashed. Therefore, I must live with it. Well. Okay. I was wondering why the next stream was being brought up, but, I'm an idiot. Anyway. Damn it. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I sincerely... hold on. Save the game. Exit. I accidentally exited the game. Okay, then. I sincerely hope you all enjoy. Thank you for coming down to my neck of the woods. And if you are watching this on Twitch and want to see any of the previous VODs I have of either probably some more Viscera cleanup detail in the future, or so can't really say Viscera cleanup detail all now. But if you want to see any of the old VODs I have a YouTube channel, link to that in the About Me section on Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please watch me live on Twitch. If you enjoy the content you see, why not contribute? I like chatting with chat, and out of everything, I am honestly quite lonely. But hey, that's no pressure on your part. That's more pressure on me to go out, interact with people, and stop being a hermit. Anyway, thank you once again for watching. Fare thee well, and goodbye.